We are actively participating in the industrialization of Andhra Pradesh. A sum of rupees 3,000 crore has been committed for cement unit in Guttur. This will be the greenest cement plant of our country. We expect it to have the lowest carbon footprint per ton of cement produced. This plant, once commissioned, will have one of the highest percentage of green power as well as use of alternative fuel. Project work is progressing well. Furthermore, we are exploring to invest another rupees 5,000 crore in Andhra Pradesh. The new investment will have direct and indirect employment of 5,000 for organizing this investor summit. Thank you.
Dhanyavad, Shri Bangu. Andhra Pradesh has established itself as one of the most prominent connectors with major world markets. It's a testament to the state's dedication towards Make in India. Now we request the Chairman of Century Ply Boards, Shri Sajan Bhajanka ji, for his address. Welcome, sir.
Honorable CM Andhra Pradesh Sri Jagan Mohan Reddy ji, luminaries of Indian industry and trade, all the dignitaries on dais, ladies and gentlemen. Our dream journey in Andhra Pradesh started around 14 months back, when I met the Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Jagan Mohan Reddy. We were a little skeptical about our plant in Andhra Pradesh, but in that meeting, not only we decided to put our next MDF plant of Century Plywood in MDF and plywood and other panels in Andhra, but in that meeting itself, location was decided, modus operandi was decided, the nodal officers were decided, and that was the day until today. We are running almost 1 year ahead of schedule, and instead of 2024, we shall commission our project exactly within 2 years of inauguration by Sri Jagan Mohan Reddy in December 21. So it was a very pleasant journey. I should say it was a dream journey. Usually we have faced a lot of problems when we go for putting up any plant anywhere. But in Andhra and particularly our place, I visited yesterday our plant site for help. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, Shri Bhajanka ji. Ladies and gentlemen, Andhra Pradesh is on a mission to convert 100% of all commercial and logistics fleets to electric fleets by 2029. And 3 of the cities in Andhra Pradesh have been nominated as Model Electric Mobility Cities of the Future. It's only fitting then that our next speaker, I welcome on stage the co-founder and former CEO of Tesla Inc., Mr. Martin Eberhard, to address this gathering, please.
Good morning, Honorable Ministers, Global Investors Summit. I've been a Silicon Valley entrepreneur since my very first job as an engineer. That was actually the only time I applied for a job. Thereafter, I either worked at a startup company that I founded or I was recruited. The most famous of these startups, as was mentioned, of course, is Tesla, where I was the founder and the original CEO. and showed that the future of automobiles is absolutely electric. Today, every legacy car company in the world knows that their future is electric cars, and there is a rich ecosystem of the world. The real problem that I saw in 2002 was climate change caused by fossil fuel consumption. I did not start out assuming that electric cars were the answer. Rather, I came to this conclusion by researching the well-to-wheel energy efficiency and carbon footprint of every kind of propulsion system I could find. Everything from petrol, diesel, hydrogen, natural gas, propane, electricity, and more. Somewhat to my surprise, the math proved that electric vehicles were by far the best choice. This was the beginning of Tesla. Starting a car company in 2002 was absolutely crazy. No new car company had ever succeeded in my lifetime. Because it was such a crazy idea, it was at first impossible to hire anyone with automotive experience. And so we started off with just beginners, people who had never done electric cars in their life. I think if I had known how difficult it was to start an electric car company, I might not have done it. But I think that my own naivety and the naivety of my founding team was necessary for us to be so bold as to start a new car company based on a new technology. We had to learn about automotive safety standards and crash testing. We had to learn about automotive suppliers, learning that suppliers generally were not interested in supplying to a small startup company in California. We had to discover the inherent safety issues with lithium-ion batteries and learn how to solve them. We had to figure out how to manufacture, deliver, and service cars. There were so many difficult problems that had to be solved on a tight budget. However important naivety may be for starting a company, it is just as important to face your problems and get over them. In a startup company, it's also easy to be hyper-focused on the product you're building, solving the technical problems that are in front of you. It's easy to forget that you're also building something else, that you're building a company, and the early people that you hire, the way you interact with your team, the policies that you put in place, all of these create the company and will define it for the near future. In 2002, the idea of climate change was caused by humans and was still debatable. Today, 21 years later, this is a settled question. Climate change is real. Build very much.
Thank you, Mr. Eberhard, for your
Ministers, members of parliament, MLAs, people's representatives, Mr. Karikal Vallavan, Special Chief Secretary, Dr. Jawahar Reddy, Chief Secretary of Andhra Pradesh, all the dynamic officers of Andhra Pradesh. We meet a lot of officers in lots of states. I must say, Andhra Pradesh has a lot of young, bright people and very, very helpful officers. India's leading industrialist that we are all very proud of, Mr. Mukesh Ambani, Srimati Preetha Reddy, Sri Hari Mohan Bangar, Mr. G.M. Rao, Dr. Krishna Ella, my friend Puneet Dalmia, Arjun Oberoi, young and dynamic Karan Adani, I think he must be the youngest person on the dais. All the captains of industry on the dais, off the dais, friends from electronic and print media, ladies and gentlemen, Andariki Namaskaram. We are honored to be here at the Andhra Pradesh Global Investor Summit 2023. Andhra Pradesh is the holy land of Lord Venkateshwara Swami. I'm sure when we're holding this summit here, we will have Lord Venkateshwara's blessings to make this event a grand success. We are pleased to share our positive experience of working in Andhra Pradesh for last many years. We see it as a potential industry hub of the future. Andhra Pradesh is renowned for its excellent infrastructure, large manufacturing base, talented youth, and a very business-friendly environment. We, on behalf of Jindal Steel and Power, express our gratitude to the state government for its visionary leadership and progressive policies that have attracted a lot of investment. The single window clearance policy and the industrial development policy 2023 have created an investor-friendly ecosystem, making it easier to set up and operate industries here. We are delighted to share that just recently we took over Simapuri Energy, which is a 600 megawatt power plant, and you'll be happy to know that we have already started one unit of 150 megawatt, another unit we are going to start this week, and then by April, the entire 600 megawatt would be commissioned and serving the country's need of energy. MOU to that effect. Friends, we are very fortunate that we have a very young and dynamic Chief Minister in Mr. Jagan Mohan Reddy with Andhra Pradesh in its growth story. Conclusion, Jai Hind.